we send 40 billion back home, and the cost on average of sending money back home is 5 to 10%. If you cut that to 1%, you're bringing about 4 billion into the hands of the people.
Right. Alright everyone, ito na naman tayo sa isa pang crypto talk, and this time in-invite ko yung aking good friend and country manager of coins.ph, si Jen Bilanggo. Jen, kumusta?
Good. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for having us, and always good to have these types of conversation with friends and who knows a lot about the industry. So, quite excited for our talk today.
Yeah, at ang dami nangyayari ngayon sa sa crypto right
Yes,
now, right? So, on your end for coins kasi, alam mo, I've used coins before, the old coins, and I got out of it na nga, and now with the new coins,
Yeah.
I'm very actively, using the app right now. How does it feel that, are you guys like, would you say the number one crypto wallet in the Philippines?
Yeah, we're the number one regulated wallet in the Philippines, and good to know that we were able to bring you back home. Yeah, I think that when the new management came in, we really made sure na okay, we need to be friendly, and we also need to address the requirements of heavy traders, right?
Right.
So that started with us bringing in the liquidity for yung sa USDT tsaka USDC to PHP. It's your fastest and easiest way to get your USDT and USDC needs.
Okay, and actually, that's one of the reasons I wanted to, why I invited you to this podcast. Kasi alam ko marami sa ating mga kababayan ay curious about dun sa PHPC
Yes.
at yung stablecoin na pesos, because I know for a fact na maraming nagtry na magkaroon ng stablecoin ng Philippine pesos, and I was invited to even promote some. I said no to all of them kasi I knew that, my God, you have to have the government as a part of it.
Correct.
Otherwise, hindi kaya.
Correct.
How did you guys do it?
Oh, it's a long process, but I would say it's worth it because we're talking something so fundamental in terms of our economic landscape,
Yep.
right? And you need that stamp of approval and you have to do it right. PHPC is regulated, approved by BSP, and we want to show na this is how it can be done. And it's also a way for BSP to say, open kami, hindi naman kami stricto, right? We're not as strict, we're open to new innovation. This is how you do it.
Aha.
And we got it took us almost a year, so we went through the sandbox, went through the process, tapos marami silang question flows, ganito, ganyan. And then after that, we got the approval, and now we're out of the sandbox. So we're the first to get out of the sandbox for PHPC.
Okay, for those that
PHPC.
don't know, what does it mean to be in the sandbox? May mga nagtataka, anong sandbox? Ano yun?
Yeah. So, sandbox is parang controlled environment because they are going through the process of, okay, you said na this will address X, Y, and Z, right? May mga KPIs yan. Kasi sabi namin, it will address remittance issues, lower the cost for transferring money back home, and other use cases. So, meron kang KPI. So, ang sandbox is a controlled environment wherein you can try new innovations with BSP and with the retail under the supervision of BSP. And then if you hit all of those KPIs, they will allow you to exit. And then they will say, okay, you have conducted and reached all your KPIs, then for full rollout. So parang controlled siya, but you offer the product to a controlled group, and then pag pumasa ka, parang test, pag pumasa ka, then you graduate.
So graduate na kayo
Graduate na kami.
from the sandbox.
Yes.
Okay. And by the way lang, so for the ones watching, kung may mga nanonood na regulator, I'm not promoting them, ginagawa ko lang talaga to dahil curious ako kung paano ginagawa tong PHPC na
Yes.
stablecoin. Kasi marami talaga sa mga crypto enthusiasts and even mga regular folks na nag-iisip kung paano maggagalaw ng pera internationally from one wallet to another seamlessly, the fastest, cheapest way possible. Kaya pinag-uusapan natin to. So, tanong ko sa'yo dyan, ano ba ang liquidity? Ang ibig sabihin na liquidity, gaano karaming pera ang initially ilalagay nyo for PHPC?
Yung sandbox process sa BSP, meron kang cap. They really want it controlled. So, ang PHPC cap during the sandbox was 100 million pesos.
Okay.
Actually, lahat ng KPIs namin, we were able to reach in 2 months. It's just that some approvals had to go through certain processes, kaya inabot ng 1 year bago kami graduate. Still fast, but we could have gone faster. Anyway, in terms of the liquidity, since we're out of the sandbox now, we will be looking at, ang target ko sa PHPC, like my big, hairy, audacious goal, BHAG, is we can do $100 million of circulation on the first 12 months of implementation.
Okay.
Because that's just how big the demand is.
Oh, yes, absolutely. You're talking about remittance. Remittance is a $1 billion industry.
Yes.
Annually. What's the remittance number?
Remittance, 40 billion, around 40 billion.
A year.
36 to 40 billion a year.
Right. So even if you get 1% of that, 400 million na yan.
Yeah.
So that's a audacious goal. That's interesting.
I think that's where we're all leading to. I think stablecoin will be the new rail for cross-border payments. Malapit na sa puso ng mga Pinoy kasi we have about 10 million OFWs,
Yep.
right? For sure, sa lahat mga nanonood, you have a family member or friend na OFW or one consanguinity, right? So, na OFW. So, alam natin na mahal magpadala sa Pilipinas.
Yes.
So, it is something na malaki ang potential. Just imagine, and I always pitch this to people, we send 40 billion back home, and the cost on average of sending money back home is 5 to 10%. If you cut that to 1%, you're bringing about 4 billion into the hands of the people.
Right.
Like
Okay.
10% fees kasi yan on average. 5 to 10. Sabihin natin 2 to 4 billion ang pwede mong mabalik sa Pilipinas if you can just save on the fees.
Wow. And when you do the transfers, let's say somebody actually remits yung pesos, how does it work? Let's say I'm an OFW. Okay, and I want to send money to my family back here.
Yeah.
Ano yung process natin?
Yeah. So right now, you have to on-ramp first into a stable, you have to convert it into USDC, USDT for now. But what we envision after we roll out is you can go to any payment, kung ano mang e-wallet or banking app ang available sa country where you are, you can source PHPC and send it to the Philippines. So the exchange will be done locally.
So hindi na kailangan dumaan sa USDT
Yes,
or
that's
USD.
how we want to do it. So, for example, you're in Middle East. We're talking to a partner in Middle East who will list AED to PHPC.
Okay.
Therefore, anyone who has an AED, they can just convert that into PHPC and then send it back home.
Wow.
So, mga ganun ang
Okay, that's interesting. But for now, they need to have a coins wallet.
doesn't have to be because you can also do it on chain. So,
Okay.
so the way that we see it right now is USDC to PHPC happens a lot on Ronin, on Katana. So they use it as the DEX to the decentralized exchange to convert it into PHPC, and then either they hold it there or they send it to, right now kasi in the Sandbox environment with BSP, we're the only ones who can convert it into fiat for now.
Okay. So, ang mahirap lang dito na sa mga may hindi alam kasi yung when you talk about decentralized Web3 wallet, yun yung mahirap pasukan.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah.
Tapos pupunta pa sila sa Web3 site na Katana.
Yeah.
Tapos going through the Ronin network,
Yeah.
see how now you're talking to a regular orthodox
Yes.
who's gonna be like, I'm sorry, what are you
Yeah,
talking about?
yeah.
Katana, Ronin, ganun.
Yeah.
But you can do it on the legacy system, parang the Web 2.5, which is where coins is, I would say.
Yes.
Diba?
Yes.
So from coins, you get your USDT and then pwede mo nang padala as a USDT.
Yes.
Or i-convert mo na to PHPC and then padala mo yung PHPC here.
Yes.
And then when they get it here, can they spend it now from PHPC automatically or kailangan pa ba i-convert to pesos?
That's in the pipeline. So, because it's easy for us to do that. Merchant acceptance for PHPC. We have marami nang nag-express ng interest to accept it. We tested it out in one of the coffee shops, like a partner that we had during the Sandbox period. But how we envision it is your PHPC is it's 1:1, right? So, with your PHPC, you can then buy whatever it is. So, but as of the moment, you have to convert it into PHP for now.
But you see how it's gonna be so much easier if I was the user, I have the PHPC.
Yeah.
And let's say I scan the QR code pa, bumili ako ng kape.
Yeah.
That I don't have to think about converting it.
Yes.
You do it on the back end.
Yes.
Bahala na kayo. Basta ako, I spent it and it's 1:1.
Yes.
So, there is, kasi it is going to be 1:1 to the Philippine peso, right? So, pag pinadala from, let's say, yun na nga, Middle East to the Philippines, walang fees yan, ha?
Yeah.
Okay. So, it's really just a spread more than anything. That's where you're gonna make your money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Magaling. Okay. And is it going to be traded on the exchange, on your
Yes.
exchange?
Yes.
It will be.
Right now it's traded, ang trading pair niya is BTC, ETH, PH, well, obviously the PHPC, and then Ronin. So it's
Okay.
now we have 4 trading pairs. We see some volume for DC and ETH, actually, like good volume from DC and ETH to PHPC.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Interesting. I see people like deposit and withdrawing PHPC, and I was like, where does it come from? But every now and then they would approach me. Oh, we've been using it for some transfers, etc. So oh, that's good. Like people are finding use cases for PHPC on their own.
Nice. Okay. And sabagay, between people, kung bayaran, pwede naman PHPC na
Yeah.
right now, di ba?
Yeah.
I actually have some PHPC in my wallet.
Oh,
Pero ang
good.
alam ko, kinonvert nyo
Yes.
on your own to PHB nga kasi nga you were doing the sandbox thing.
Yeah.
Ano yun? So I have to buy back the PHP.
Yeah, so the exit process is kailangan namin i-redeem lahat that we have minted. Kasi sabi ng BSP, that's one of the things to really close the sandbox and go roll it out. So para lang to have a close loop, which is, I know it's kind of, because you mint and redeem and then you're gonna mint again. I know, I asked them multiple times, but it's part of the process. that
Okay,
they want
so
us to do.
binanggit mo minting ano.
Yeah.
So let's say I wanted to mint PHPC. Can I do it?
Right now, we only allow direct mint after either you're KYC, or you're KYC'd by us, or you're a business that is already also onboarded with us, because we have to follow AML, anti-money laundering rules, etc. But we can issue the liquidity somewhere else. But direct mint and redeem is only afforded to KYC and went through our onboarding. But you can get your PHPC from us. Yeah.
Okay, I can get it, but can I mint it?
We have to onboard you first.
As somebody who can actually mint it.
Yes.
Like, so minting is when you actually buy, like you give Jen or coins, let's say 10 million pesos, and then you're gonna give me 10 million in PHPC. Right? So that's over and above yung kung ano yung liquidity niya at that moment.
Yes.
Tapos ilalagay niyo yun sa reserve.
Yes.
You're one-to-one.
Yes.
One-to-one.
Yes.
Hindi banking, kasi banking is only 10% reserve. Ibig sabihin, only 10% pwede. Pero sa dito, it has to be
100%.
one-to-one.
Right now it's 100% cash.
So where are you gonna keep the pesos?
Here.
Okay,
In
the bank.
In a bank. So
Convert it.
right now, the way that it works is it needs to be back 1:1. So every PHPC that we issued, there needs to be a corresponding peso in a bank here in the Philippines that has been identified as by BSP, that okay, these are the banks that you have to work with. Like these are like big banks. So that's where we will put our reserves. So it's like there's no issue on the that side.
Okay, and are you gonna be doing some sort of a proof of reserve?
Yeah.
How are you gonna be doing that?
Right now we do third-party attestation. So we have hired an audit firm, but we will be releasing the proof of reserves as well once we fully exit. But we've been doing attestations regularly.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
This sounds really exciting.
Yeah.
So full rollout, kailan kaya?
Well, fingers crossed within this quarter. Within third quarter, we'll fully roll out the PHPC.
That's soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Okay.
We work on tight deadline, so we were approved for exit June 5. We had to convert everything by July 5, so it's a month. And then sabi ko nga parang we need to notify users, but if sometimes they don't, ako nga, I just realized I have PHPC and I was also converted into PHP
Right.
because I forgot to convert into PHP. Sabi ko, okay, it's gonna be a headache too. But 1 month, and then it goes through the final monetary board approval to go out. So hopefully this quarter, we have been talking to, I'm quite excited on the first couple of folks that we will be working with for PHPC. Like these are like big names.
You wanna mention them?
Not yet.
Kasi maudlot and then
Baka ma-jinx ko eh.
Pero you're gonna be working with the remittance centers.
Remittance, exchanges, because they want to list
Other exchanges.
Yeah.
Local?
international. Local and international.
Right.
So the locals have expressed interest. Yeah,
But-
yeah.
But do you need it?
Yeah.
Need local.
So we will have international soon, yeah. So hopefully, fingers
Nice.
crossed, fingers crossed.
Okay, and then so now that you've got this big hurdle out of the way,
Yeah.
okay, and you're gonna be doing that. Kumusta naman ang coins when it comes to all the coins,
Yeah.
all the crypto in on your exchange and wallet?
We've been listing a lot of tokens recently. So around we're now around 140, 150 tokens convert that you can convert directly with PHP fiat pair. I think the last one that's quite interesting, and I know you've been another of this is WorldCoin. We
Yeah.
have listed WorldCoin. We've been talking to the team because we want to integrate it into a KYC process.
Right.
The
It,
World
it,
ID.
it makes sense.
Yes.
It makes a perfect sense.
So we had a meeting with their team, Humanity Foundation, TFH, and we're in the process of figuring out how we can use their World ID.
Yeah. Well, I like the idea. I'm not really afraid of the technology, although I know the controversy
Yeah.
behind WorldCoin. Right now, they're really getting aggressive.
They have identified certain markets of which is a priority for them, and I think Philippines is one of them. Just because I think they have a very good partner here in the Philippines, and malaki ang use case if we're able to solve the scams, etc., then via their technology that would help secure the entire ecosystem. So we're working with them on a KYC solution using World ID. Obviously they haven't reached that tipping point yet,
Yep.
but I'm sure they will get there such that almost everyone has a World ID, and then that we can use that for KYC on our side, or even work with other social media platforms, etc. So they have several announcements coming soon as well, but hopefully we'll be, I don't want to jinx it. Yeah, again.
Oh.
But yeah, in the world of AI, it's quite crazy how
Yes.
fast things have evolved.
Yep.
Like 2 years ago, sabi ko, no, because they can't get the hands right.
Right.
They can't get the lips
Yep.
correctly. But Google VO3.
Have you tried it?
Yes, I've tried it. We've been using it to some of our videos.
Oh, no way! Ganun kagaling?
Yeah,
VO3?
yeah.
I haven't tried it, ah.
It's so good. It's like if you don't have if you're not a very tech, if you're not techie, or you don't know that AI can do it, you can get fooled.
And is it easy to prompt it to...
It's very easy to.
Talaga sabi mo, ito gusto ko ganyan. And, oh my God! Wow!
So we created 2 videos with VO3. It did very, very well actually. And it only took a couple of my team to do it in a span of 1 day. And then imagine video editing something. I'm sure this is something you're very, very familiar with. Takes a couple of days.
Yep.
You have to shoot,
Yep.
etc., etc. But for us, it only took us 1 day between 3 people prompting differently, and then we decided based on the result what to run it with.
Wow!
It's so realistic. Even I can get fooled sometimes too, but it's just sometimes it's too
clean.
It's too clean. But if you're not that discerning, you can get fooled. So I now I believe, okay, now it makes sense to have a proof of humanity.
Right.
Now it makes sense.
Galing ni Sam Altman. He created the problem and then he created the solution to the problem. By the way, here's a problem, guys. I'm gonna create AI. And by the way, here's a solution. And I'm making money from both sides. What a genius that guy is.
And it's very smart how he bootstrap people, incentivizing people to get verified, right? Because it's this token.
Yeah, airdrops. That's crazy. Pero alam mo, I'm a little bit concerned nga ano yung tokenomics niya kasi nga they're doing so many airdrops.
Mhm.
You're talking millions tokens that they're airdropping. I still get tokens. And I'm like, what does that do to the price overall? Yun ang concern ko. Then the value of that is going, I mean, the whole crypto market is down right now. Kaya medyo ko dun parang naku-curious ako how they're gonna play that, and what if nobody uses the world coin?
Yeah. I think they have a good couple of use cases for World ID. So they have, if they get the KYC flow right, that enterprise right, I think they can generate good potential. They have several levers that they can pull based on what they have. should they want it to, be value accretive or just make the token attractive
Right.
from that standpoint. So marami sila. I think they're gonna announce something in Japan and in certain areas soon too. So
Wow, okay. So that's one of the parang the new projects you're working
yes,
on.
yes, yes,
Ang
yes,
dami
yes.
niyong ginagawang innovation. Hindi ginagawa ng mga kalaban niya.
When we have to give it to the people.
Naksen. Pat yourself on the back. Oh, pero kasi I mean, again, I'm not doing it to promote you guys or anything. I'm just really curious about the technology and what you guys are doing. And nakita ko naman that when it comes to crypto wallets and crypto exchanges, yung iba kasi they're not natively crypto talaga.
Yeah.
And that's what makes them different. Your DNA is really crypto eh.
Yes.
And actually, mas maganda nga yung DNA nyo kasi you're natively crypto and then you're going into the
Yes.
payment
Yes.
schemes
Yes.
and then
Yes.
you're going into the legacy system, which is where things are gonna go.
Yeah.
Sa kanila naman, they're going from the legacy financial system, the fiat world, to crypto, which is a harder,
Yeah.
it's a push up eh.
Yeah.
Kayo, you're just flowing down eh.
Yeah.
So, yun yun ang pinagkaiba nyo.
Yeah. And you can approach things from a first principles perspective, right? Like, for example, payments. Why do we need this? Why do we need that? So when you look at it, that okay, money needs to be moving fast, right? You don't have preconceived notion on how it should be, but you have an idea of what it should be.
Yes.
In the payment side, I think we this is our battle cry internally, and then it becomes a joke now with our president and the senior management team. We want payments to reach a point that it becomes T plus 0, 0. Meaning you receive it instant and it costs 0.
Oh.
And I think with where we're headed, we want to make that happen.
Right.
Because money is your money, and then there are now technologies that would allow it to be cheaper or even 0. So
Okay.
I think these businesses that are built on top of fees of facilitating money movement, I think it will just be gone.
Absolutely. They're gonna evolve. They're gonna be going the way of the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So, right now, the way I'm seeing yung mga kilos ng coins.ph, parang ang dating sa akin is the really big play is the how to move money.
Yep.
More than the exchange.
Mm-hmm.
I think the way it sounds, kasi I mean, let's face it, Web3 in general is so depressing right now. And I don't see it becoming something that is easily adaptable to the mass market.
Yeah.
But moving money or using money through using the technology of blockchain, cryptocurrency is the way to go.
Correct. I think it became a bad rep during the last couple of cycles because we just focus on the ups and downs, right? We didn't really focus on what's underneath it. What's distributed ledger technology, what's blockchain, what's like this and that, what's stablecoin, etc. But now we're waking up to that reality that it's just an any other technology out there, and it just so happened that ang biro internally was the first people who will adopt a new technology are the sketchy ones.
Always.
Historically.
Always.
But over time you will have the legitimate flows coming in, and now with now people found out that this is how you can use it with the Genius Act was passed in Congress, and I've been hearing like several banks now are looking into issuing their own stablecoin because it's just another technology layer. So there will still be innovations with the likes of the very degen portion of it. But if you ask me, it's now becoming and this is what we wanted it to be, is you're using blockchain on any of your transactions. Sometimes you just don't know it.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's really where it all leads to yung crypto and blockchain technology is really the back end.
Yes.
You don't have to understand
Yes.
it, but know that is the evolution of the internet and how to move data, how to move property, IP, intellectual property, and all of that, all underneath this layer.
Yes.
Yun yung maganda doon. Okay. So, you mentioned nga the Genius Act, and in the States, you're using they're planning to do the stable coins. What's your take on that Genius Act, and do you think we'll have something in the Philippines coming up soon?
I think the Genius Act is really
Genius.
it's it's smart. I think the Genius Act, it opened the floodgates on a lot of, because there's a lot of question around, okay, can we do it? Can we not do it? And then when institutions have that, when you start asking, can we or can we not, you're, if you have a big business, you're more prone to say, I'd rather not, right? I don't want to lose my main business to
Right.
on this new thing that I want to test, but the risk is too high. So when that thing open, I think you can even tokenize anything in
Okay.
the Genius Act. So any not just stablecoin, but any other underlying asset. So it just follows a certain framework on how it should be. So it now opened the traditional guys, which I think would benefit most on using blockchain, like the remittance companies, banks. Hopefully, Swift will also be disrupted. And then on the Philippine side, I think BSP has been receptive overall. But from a bill or law standpoint, wala. I don't see it yet because we have other. I mean, the government has other priorities. BSP, I think for the foreseeable future, they will go through this sandbox. I mean. I just think they will go through this sandbox process before having an encompassing, circular on how it should be.
Meron bang part doon when it comes to banks having custody? O wala pa bang ganun?
Not,
Wala.
wala pa.
Wala. So in essence, dadaan lang talaga sa inyo lahat yan sa
Yeah,
Philippines.
yeah.
So if I wanted PHPC, I have to hold it in
Yeah.
coins.ph. Tama ba?
For now, yes. There are banks that, or so ang weird thing about banks is, they are also asking, okay, if we hold custody of it, should we get certain licenses in order to do it?
Right. CASP
So
license.
yes, CAS license. So they have been, again, going back to my previous point. If they start asking can or can we not, they're more prone to say let's not. Right?
Right.
Because you don't want to go through that regulatory risk. So we want to have more clarity in that sense on what, who are the counterparties locally, but we will be the, main custodians for it. Maybe we work with some other PSPs who are more open to the idea, but banks, interestingly, when we were opening some bank accounts, some of them even said, oh, we have to change we have to amend our board, our some of our articles of like AOI or something along those lines, because we cannot service VASP. So they had some amendments that they cannot service crypto companies. So that's how you, and then, if you're a big bank, you have to make, I think that happened during the last, the first cycle, one of the first cycles, ICO day. So they had to put that there, that we're not gonna service the virtual assets, and they have to change that and amend that entirely. So they still have to go through that learning curve as well.
So I realized something there. So if you get the money, you convert it to PHPC, and you say you have the one-to-one reserve, pero nilagay niyo yung pera sa bangko.
Mm-hmm.
But the bank doesn't have a one-to-one reserve.
Yes.
So, in essence,
Yeah.
if you put it in the bank,
Yeah.
they only have 10%.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right now, in
Ha?
terms of working with the banks, so right now it's cash, right? So cash in the banks. But hopefully after the sandbox, we can directly buy T-bills, right?
Okay.
Because it's the way it works is you need to keep a ratio of 1:1, and that 1:1 can be manifested with highly liquid HQLA, highly
Yes.
liquid HLQA, highly liquid assets. So we might go through that route. But yes, you still have bank exposure
Yeah.
on the PHPC side, but it's something that we are making our. It's all about treasury management on our side, and then hopefully we just get T-bills directly
Yeah.
with the BSP.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, because that's a really big. That's kind of like a loophole
Yeah.
in that whole one-to-one thing. So
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm curious to see how you guys are gonna solve that.
Yeah.
And when you come up with your audit, na makikita that it's already in
Yeah.
some sort of a money instrument.
Yep.
where it's literally there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I hope I didn't put you on the spot. Ganyan talaga ako magtanong sa podcast ko eh. Kaya hindi kita pini-preempt kung ano yung tatanungin ko eh, para tignan natin how you respond eh. So,
No, it's okay.
so far you're doing okay.
I was one of those like, oh, okay.
So now, Coins, moving forward naman, what's happening with the local scene in terms of mga crypto projects and how do you guys support that?
We've always been supportive of a lot of local gaming projects. Well, a lot of local projects and even several homegrown companies. Local scene, I think, in terms of new Web3 company, parang medyo tahimik the past couple of
Yeah.
days. It's been a bit quiet. I mean, I came from another crypto company before joining Coins, and this is the most parang wala masyadong nangyayari for the past couple of months. But in terms of new things, gaming is still a big thing. The proof of verification, proof of humanity via WorldCoin is something that's gaining ground. But medyo tahimik ngayon eh. Just being transparent. Like local scene, medyo tahimik. But there's a lot of things happening on the regulation side locally.
Right.
So that's what's keeping everyone kind of on their toes.
Yeah, that's right. It's keeping me on my toes. Nag-iingat nga ako habang nag-uusap tayo and I have to always make disclaimers. I might just write the disclaimer here. Not financial advice. I wish I was paid by Coins. Please, pay me. Here's the number. Again, registration number na. Hindi mas maganda, di ba? Kasi ngayon, without that, I mean, I don't want to talk about it, pero dinala mo dun. So, ang problema natin ngayon, Jen, tignan mo we're just talking about this. In essence, this can come out as education. If they wanted to, they can interpret it as that. But really, we're doing is just having a conversation about crypto, about what you guys are doing, what you're up to, and this is important information. Do I get in trouble for this, in your view?
Oh, in my view,
Not being a lawyer or part of the SEC.
I think there are several. If you look online, there are several conversations about how will they implement this, right? So, it's also something that we are trying to get clarity on how will they, because in essence the way that it's been cascaded is you can interpret it on both sides, right?
Yes, you can.
You can.
That's the problem.
The problem. So sabi namin, okay, so if you can interpret it both sides, paano ka rin kami kikilos? Because we work with a lot of
Yes.
KOLs, we work with a lot of we do marketing campaigns for several tokens, right? So do we have to go through this, right? So you have to go through the prescribed process for approvals for certain items. So we're also in that discovery stage, if you ask me. If you like, we are trying to assess, okay, how does this impact our operations on the marketing side? So we're on the same boat.
Okay.
On trying to get more clarity from but I think they've been sabi naman nila I mean it's up for interpretation for everyone, but hopefully they said that they will release something soon specifically for marketing, so let's hope that comes out, but yeah.
Sige, kausapin mo sila. I might actually do I might, you know what? I swear to God, I might just invite them na lang. Parang tanungin ko na diretso on camera. Para I have them on cam saying it na kasi you said that Kasi that's the hard part, and I feel bad for a lot of the crypto enthusiasts that really just love talking about crypto. I love talking about crypto kasi nga there's so much new technology that people are not aware of.
Yeah.
And they want this kind of content.
Yeah.
Nakikita ko with the comments in our podcast, the people want to hear this content, and it's not because we're giving financial advice or trying to convince you to go one way or the other. We're just offering the information.
Yeah.
Not even for education, tingin mo for entertainment. Like this is really entertaining for me, listening to you tell me about PHPC, WorldCoin, and how Philippine projects are going nowhere. Pero with Philippine projects, do you guys have any coins that are Philippine based?
Led by Philippine founders. So we have the YGG, we have Sovereign, we have multiple listed on our tokens. We have two other local projects as well. So we support local Filipino founders wherever they are. I want to say low, but wherever they are.
So then the next question is, why not local based? Why not wala? But wala pa.
Merong local base, may dalawa. Meron.
On coins.
Yeah.
Can you say what it is, or
MGG and I forgot the name of the MGG. That's what one of them.
Listed?
Yeah, listed. It's local. They're based in Bicol. We supported them. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's Spark Point. SRK.
Spark Point, yeah.
So we have been talking to the team. So they're based in the Philippines, based here, based in Albay. So we do support local projects. I think we also give them every now and then some advice. So maraming nag-reach out to us on like how to ano. And then sa amin naman parang okay, we will list you, but these are the things that you have to be you need to be cautious about, etc., etc. So kasi we know the exchange business, right? So we know it's one thing having a project, and it's another thing managing your token.
Right.
So and those are two different skill sets. Like it's not like you run a business, parang run a business, and then if it's doing well, the token will do. That's not just how it works.
No.
In the crypto land. So so you have to manage those two communities at the same time. So we also tell them, okay, this is how you need to approach this, etc. So we want more local projects. We really want to have more local projects available on coins.
I guess you're just being careful then, kasi nga syempre you don't want to be listing a token tapos baka maragpol or anything like that, kasi ang daming mga ganun ngayon, di ba? So when it comes to the local projects, where do you see the potential is for Philippine developers in the crypto space, and how they can move outside of the Philippines?
When you look at Web3 or anything that you will release on the crypto side, look at this as an enabler and how it will improve the overall product journey, right? Because the way that I've seen other founders look at it is they look at crypto, they look at Web3, and then they make a product based on that, right? Whereas the way that you should look at it is basically, I have a problem that I want to solve. Here's the problem. Here are the parts of the process that will be addressed or can be facilitated by Web3 or crypto or using crypto rails. And then these are the Web2 things that I can do on top of that. So my advice is basically look at a big TAM. There's a lot of potential problems. AI plus crypto will be very, very big in the next couple of, it has been gaining ground already. So look at that. Kasi parang before, when one project, like for example last cycle, daming gaming projects.
Yes,
but
marami.
it's just like you're releasing a token for the sake of releasing a token.
Right.
So but the fundamentals are not there, right?
Which is, for example, for gaming, having a good game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So parang you cannot just make something good by slapping Web3 in it.
Right.
It's like, so there were good games, there were not so good games, but in essence, I think what would really improve the entire ecosystem is, and not just for and for any founders, is basically look at the problem. Parang if you look at virtuals or even Polymarket, right? They solve the very important need, but the TAM is just so big, and you didn't change any behavior. It just so happened that you did it on chain.
On chain, right?
Yeah, it's like betting on chain.
Right.
It's like,
So, speaking of betting, that's
I gave you a very good layup.
I like that segue right there. I know that you guys kind of worked with some gaming. Let's call it gambling. Para malinaw, kasi may gaming, may gambling, di ba? You've worked with some gambling. Coins has worked with some online gambling sites. Yes?
Work is a very loose term.
Okay. Sige.
So we're not like other players. So we focus on it's very low touch point on our side, so you can play it within because on the app because I think personally I think you really have very very careful with I was more careful here than the other I think there are certain aspects of it on how we should be more cognizant about how we push it, right? I don't gamble myself.
Yep.
I don't gamble. I don't have time to gamble. I never enjoyed it. Um and I don't have that itch in me to gamble.
Right.
Um so but I've seen people, I have friends that gamble like a lot of money, a couple of, even some of them millions. And they get a kick out of it, right? So then how do you strike a balance wherein you then stop people, the disenfranchised, to be without proper guardrails. Kasi parang yun lang ang kulang eh. We need to have proper guardrails
Mhm.
on how things are conducted, right? So it's like it can be a vice, right? So if you make a parallel to how we handle vices, when you buy a cigarette, there's a
Right, a
picture of a
warning.
warning. When you buy alcohol, there's a drink moderately, and then they have certain on how where you buy it and who can buy it. But like it's any other vice, so you need to have a proper way of communicating to users on the potential downfalls.
So are you in favor of a total ban or not?
Let's agree on something. Status quo is not good, right? Status quo is not. So there needs to be some changes. How would that evolve? I think that's up to multiple stakeholders to discuss.
Interesting. Do you have a position as now you're representing coins with this answer? No? Do you have a position when it comes to if there were regulations, proper regulations, would coins ever consider being an on-ramp to be able to go to the online gambling sites?
On our side, I think as long as we want to have guardrails first. So it depends on how the guardrails will be implemented. Because then we decide what are the parameters that we have to put on our side to ensure that these are put into place, right?
Okay.
So for us, it's still up for discussion, to be honest.
Okay.
And it's something that we are watching closely on how things unfold in that area.
Wow. Okay. Well, with that, Jen, congratulations. Okay na, tapos na. You survived the discussion. And I think a lot of the viewers naman, marami kayo napulot dito sa discussion namin. If you have any questions or comments or agree or disagree, make sure to write it in the comment section below na mabasa naman namin to lahat. And Jen, one last question before you go. Ano tingin mo ang price ng Bitcoin by the end of 2025?
Okay.
Just a wild prediction.
Not
guys.
financial
Of
advice.
course. Just, I like doing this to my guests.
I think Bitcoin can hopefully hit around. I said it last year December to my friends. I go, it can hit 250. Fingers crossed. It can. I think it can. Like with all of the adoption and I hope it does 200. 200
okay.
Double where we are.
There you go. All right. So with that, Jen, thank you so much. Is there anything else you want?
I want to ask, what's your prediction?
Actually, we're about the same. Yeah, and look at the confidence in my face. I think it's gonna be about 200.
Yeah,
I really
sure.
think so. Last quarter it's gonna do that, and then it's going to correct. And then bili ka na ulit. Yan. Oh, sorry, not financial advice again. I'm just saying, ako bibili ako ulit.
I remember this conversation we had last year because we were talking about 100K. And then the time that you visited the office,
Yeah.
and then actually we met before the 100K. We were talking that it's gonna hit 100K soon. And then we had like timing that kailan it will hit 100K. And then the next time you visit, it just hit 100K a couple of days before that. And then they were like, oh yeah, we were right.
Yep.
But again, not financial. Past performance doesn't guarantee future performance.
Yes, exactly. So, and thank you, Jen, so much for your time. And I hope you enjoyed the podcast, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe to this YouTube channel and make sure to click on the notification bell so you're notified of my latest videos. Plus, Can I put the affiliate link? My
Of
affiliate
course, of
Ayan na naman
course.
tayo, eh. Lalagyan ko affiliate link. Pag ako nadamay sa SEC, ikaw na bahala.
We're licensed, so it's
Ayan, oo, bigyan mo ako ng number para hindi ako mayari dito. Thanks so much, guys. Take
Thank
care.
you.